Simple past tense. Definition. The simple past tense is used to describe actions or events that happened and were completed in the past. It indicates something that occurred at a specific time in the past, even if the specific time is not mentioned. Functions of the simple past tense: completed actions in the past. To describe events or actions that started and finished in the past. Example: she visited her grandparents last week. Series of actions in the past. To describe a sequence of events that happened one after another. Example: he entered the room, sat down, and opened his book. Habits in the past. To describe things that used to happen regularly in the past. Example: I played basketball when I was a teenager. Past states or situations. To talk about conditions or situations that were true in the past. Example: they lived in Paris for 5 years. Formula. Affirmative sentence positive. Subject plus past form of the verb regular or irregular. I or you or he or she or they played soccer. He or she or it went to the store. Negative sentence. Subject plus did not, didn't plus base form of the verb. I or you or he or she or they did not, didn't play soccer. He or she or it did not, didn't go to the store. Interrogative sentence. Question. Did plus subject plus base form of the verb question mark. Did I or you or he or she or they play soccer? Did he or she or it go to the store? Verbal and nominal sentences in simple past tense. Verbal sentences. Verbal sentences in the simple past use action verbs. Formula. Affirmative. Subject plus past form of the verb. Negative. Subject plus did not plus base form of the verb. Interrogative. Did plus subject plus base form of the verb question mark. Examples. Affirmative. She watched a movie last night. Negative. They didn't watch the game. Interrogative. Did you watch the news? Nominal sentences. Nominal sentences describe a state or condition using the past tense of the verb to be, was, or were. Formula. Affirmative subject plus was or were plus complement. Negative subject plus was or were not plus complement. Interrogative was or were plus subject plus complement question mark. Examples. Affirmative, he was a teacher. Negative, they were not happy. Interrogative, was she at home? Regular and irregular verbs in the simple past tense. Regular verbs. For regular verbs, the simple past is formed by adding /ed to the base form of the verb. Spelling rules for regular verbs. If the verb ends in E, just add /d. Example, love becomes loved, he loved the movie. If the verb ends in a consonant plus Y, change the Y to I and add /ed. Example, carry becomes carried, she carried the bag. If the verb has a single vowel before a single final consonant, double the consonant and add /ed. Example, stop becomes stopped, they stopped talking. Examples of regular verbs in the simple past. Play becomes played, walk becomes walked, finish becomes finished. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs do not follow a standard rule for forming the past tense. Their past forms vary and must be memorized. Examples of irregular verbs in the simple past. Go becomes went, eat becomes ate, see becomes saw, have becomes had, take becomes took. Examples. Affirmative sentences. Regular verb, she called her friend yesterday. Irregular verb, he went to the library last week. Negative sentences. Regular verb, They didn't play soccer yesterday. Irregular verb, she didn't go to the party. Interrogative sentences. Regular verb, did you watch the show last night? Irregular verb, did he take the bus? Summary. The simple past tense is used to describe actions completed in the past. The tense structure changes slightly based on whether a verb is regular or irregular, but the overall formulas for affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms are easy to follow.